Hi everybody, it is movie time again, and I get to show a Bowie, and I need to thank number one the guy it's going to, Jacques. Appreciate your patience on this. Went through a couple obstacles to get it done, to get the package done anyway, and part of that package was getting a nice sheath made, which I want to thank my buddy John Horrigan. He pulled me out of a tough spot. Thanks again, John. Beautiful sheath. I don't know what that inlay is, but it from something dead, right? Nice lined leather sheath. Guten tight, nice and slick. Anyway, thank you, John. This is set this aside, this is a 7-bar Turkish, and I just did a video on this a couple minutes ago, went in and looked at it, and man, I needed to wash my hands. Need to represent this wonderful knife world better than I was. So anyway, now with clean hands, I'll show this 7-bar. It's a 7-bar Turkish twist, hot blued guard, stabilized koa. It's takedown with a decorative finial on the final assembly. So I can get right to that. I'm going to show a couple things here real quick. This is just this is not the mechanical assembly. This is just a decorative finial. I don't know if I can show. Well, I screwed it out a little bit so it's sticking out now, but it's flush with the contour of the handle, and the finial cover. This is a 256 stainless screw. The finial cover itself is a piece of, see how it's tapered, and that fits the contour. That fits the contour of the handle. So anyway, this is a piece of linen micarta. The actual assembly is inside. A gadget I assemble with my lathe and some acetylene torch and silver solder. It's a 1032 thread, as the tang is threaded. And this I want to show a buddy of mine. So this is a 5/16 dowel rod, or 5/16 stainless rod that's tapped 1032 to match the finial. I turn this down to like a 1/4 inch. This is the full 5/16, and this is it's sandblasted, which I have to do to clean up some things, because I don't know if you'll be able to see right there's a silver brazed joint. This socket head cap screw is threaded into the 5/16, and then it's silver brazed, and then I have to turn it to get off the brazing, and I sandblast it to color it nicely. Anyway, that's how that's made. And if I don't drop things, this, ooh, nice and snug. This is the koa handle. There's one pin stayed in there. The other pin is stayed in the guard, which, ooh, there we go. Guard comes off. Here's that pin. They're 5/16 or 5/8 long, 1/16 inch diameter dowel pins, and not necessarily part of the knife video, but this is a sheepskin cloth. I'm going to grab this stuff real quick and show you guys. I have some of the old, but these are bottles I bought as 15 years ago, but I bought a couple quarts of it. This is called RIG, R-I-G, which literally stands for rust inhibiting grease, universal grease. This is sold by Brownells, the the gunsmith supply company, and I use this stuff on all of my steel. RIG. It's a real fine, refined, like that's what it looks like inside. Real fine and light real fine and light grease, and you rub that. What you do is you take a little bit of that grease, you see it's on my finger, and I'll rub it into the sheepskin, and that is what I wipe on anything I want protected. It really protects steel from oxidation, corrosion. Anyway, you can still get that on Brownells. It's no longer called Rig. This was by, I forget what the company name used to be on this. Silencio, that's what it was, Silencio. A Jackson Products company in Nevada. But anyway, I think they got bought up by Birchwood Casey. So it's still on Brownells, but it's not called Rig. It's called something else. Anyway, this is what I use at Anderson Forge to protect my stuff. So, there's some of that sheepskin. It was on there. So, here's our guard. Our threaded, I thread the tang. I don't add goofy things. I don't want to increase the chances of failure. So I thread the tang, which even my tangs are thermal cycled, grain reduced, for strength. There's this pin, came out of this side. Here comes my handle. The finial. It's a 5/32 Allen wrench, which allows me to get this thing. Now this is going to Florida, so next year or in the spring it starts getting humid down there. To avoid stress on the knife as humidity increases and so forth, the owner can simply take this finial and just back it off a couple threads, and that way this handle can expand and contract without being under any stress. Another advantage of this, we'll put the finial back in the hole to match the so it matches the contour of the handle. 256 threaded screw, and there she is. 7-bar Turkish Bowie. Headed to Florida. All right. Spring's just around the corner, everybody. Don't fret.